What is up, McManus MMA fam? We are finally back from vacation, and we've been on flights for the last who knows how long. But we are finally home, and we do not feel good. But that does not matter because we are back. In 10 hours or so, we have Fight Night Uros Medic versus Daniel Rodriguez, and I'm going to break down the entire card, and then I'm going to quickly pivot and talk about the Fight Night from last weekend that I was unable to cover, but I wanted to talk about it very briefly at the end of this video, so stick around if you want to hear about that. First fight of the night is Marina Spasic versus Stefina, bro. Dang, bro, we're already starting off low lights. Stephanie Luciano. I'm picking Stephanie Luciano to win this one. Yes, I'm well aware that Spasic has a home court advantage, but she's also brought in from some sort of Serbia organization. And yes, I know that 6 of her wins are by KO, but Stephanie Luciano does have actual UFC experience. You know, beat Talita Alencar, and her only loss is to Sam Hughes, and that's not bad, man. I mean, that chick looks like female Sinestro. That's a human man there. So I'm just gonna trust in Luciano to win this one. Um, And really, I don't care if Spasic wins. That's dope, bro. That's awesome. So I'm picking Stephanie Luciano to win this one, and I'm gonna have her win by decision. I could see her somehow scoring a submission maybe, but not really. I mean, she got a sub in her last fight, but that was, I don't even remember that chick's name. It was like Oliveira or something. I don't know if you can hear this. All right, I had to pause I'm on the ESPN site here because the main UFC site is down, and it just started playing Kamaru Usman clips at volume 5000. So I'm glad you guys couldn't hear that. But let's move on up the card to Jovan Leka versus Alexander Popik. Alexander Popik. I'm gonna pick Jovan Leka to win this one. Yes, both these guys are debutants, but Popek is a light heavyweight that's going up to heavyweight on like a semi-short notice. And I think that Jovan is like an actual heavyweight. I know it looks like he has the build of like Kuma from One Piece, but this dude is actually like a giant. He's like the mountain. This dude is ginormous. So I'm gonna trust in him to get this done over Popek. Excuse me. And I do know that Popek has more TKOs on his record, but at the same time, you know, he has been KO'd before. And I think if you're moving up to heavyweight, that's not going to do you very well, especially against a guy that's this big. And I could see a scramble or two at the very beginning of the round or I'm sorry, excuse me, the beginning of the fight that would start some sort of clinch work scuffle. But I think on the break of the clinch, or right, right against the fence, I can just see Jovan just bombing him out, and then getting a ground and pound TKO. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I know that he fought on Contender Series and he didn't look awesome. He fought against some total schlub and he didn't look very good, but we'll see. I'm gonna pick Jovan Leka to win this one by KO TKO in the first or second round. Excuse me. Let's move up the card to another chick fight that we're all really excited for. Um, we've got Nina Milisovic versus Haley Cowan. Haley Cowan, she is terrible. Um, she looks like Deandra Reynolds from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But if you're 7-5 in the UFC and you're on a 3-fight losing streak, yeah, you got slimed out. Well, you got slimed out by Alice Pereira. Okay, whatever. Um, you got choked out by what is that, Cornole, the French chick, and then Jamie Lynn Horth just absolutely beat the brakes off of you. Um, I'm sorry. I can't pick you to win. You don't have a win in the UFC. You have a win in the Contender Series. So I'm gonna pick Milisovic to win this one. She's from Australia. That doesn't sound right. She's got a Slavi name, so and I'm gonna pick her to win by decision. I don't really care or know anything about Nina Milisovic other than that she is a dude. I don't know anything about this chick. She has 3 KOs on her record. She has 2 subs on her record, 1 loss, and the 1 loss was a split decision. So it's like cool. Um, and she fought in like a bunch of other Drek organizations. I don't know. Um, she's younger. She's not 7-5, and she's not Haley Cohen. So I'm gonna pick her to win by decision. Let's move up the card to Mateus Rebecki versus Kyle Prepolek. This this should be a good fight, man. Mateus Rebecki, this dude is absolute beast mode. He is an alpha male. And I don't want to say Kyle Prepolek is like some sort of schlub, some sort of loser, because he's not. He's actually pretty good, but not in the UFC. Um, uh, I mean, the Benoit Saint Denis submission loss and the Drew Dober KO. It's like, all right, well, that's all right. The best way I can put Kyle Prepolek is he's good until he's not. Like, he looked good against Benoit Saint Denis in the first round. Like, I mean, not good, but he looked fine. We're like, all right, here we go. And then he gets submitted. And he looked good against Drew Dober those first 2 rounds. And then something happened when we were going into third where Drew Dober, they gave him like a Creed speech. Creed! What's your name? Creed! And he went out there and he just blasted this kid out cold. Um, and I am a little bit worried for Mateus Rebecca here because this dude takes an insane amount of damage every single fight. The Mektabek Oralbai fight was one of the greatest fights ever. Yes, he did take a ridiculous amount of damage. He took a ridiculous amount of damage against Chris Duncan, who just main evented. Took a crazy amount of damage to Ludovic Klein, who we will talk about in a bit. And then he just took, I mean, I wouldn't say he took a ton of damage. Yeah, he did take a ton of damage. Grant Dawson, when he got subbed, in the Chimaev Strickland card. So, yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna pick Mateus Rebecki to get this one. I feel like that he'll be able to catch Kyle Prepolek in the second or third round, just because again, Prepolek slows down, man. Something happens to him where he looks really sharp and then he kind of just loses it over time. Even though Rebecki hasn't gotten a win in a little bit, I still believe in him. I still think he can get this one done. So I'm gonna go with Mateus Rebecki to win this one. KO TKO round two. Round two. Let's move up the card. Denis Bajuka versus Bogdan Grad. Thank you, ESPN, for having this photo of Bogdan Grad. I can't get it perfectly centered. Can I close a couple of these so I can get it centered? Um, he has hair now, which is awesome. He's grown like a cheeky stash and some hair. He actually looks Chad. He looks really Chad now. Um, and I'm gonna pick Bogdan Grad to win this one as well. Um, listen, man, dude, he actually looks so Chad. He looks kind of like he looks like Odysseus, bro. Yes, I know he lost to Muhammad Naimov. Um, who when did that guy just that guy just fought fairly recently. I feel like he got slimed out. Um, but he also, he got slimed out by Fluke Riley, Luke Riley. But again, man, I think this guy's wrestling is really good, and when he doesn't get fluked out cold, that's all right. Speaking of being out colded, Denis Bajuka just got colded by Mauricio Barboza on the Burns Mallet card. He got bombed out cold, like some of the worst I've ever seen. They had to like scrape this dude off the canvas with a shovel. So it's like I can't trust in this guy. Yes, he knocked out Connor Matthews, but that was also how long ago was that? 2024, you know. Um, so I'm gonna go with Bogdan Grad. I'm gonna go by decision. I think he's gonna be able to wrestle his way to a decision and land when he needs to. But I can see him again. His ground and pound, I think, is gonna be there for him. I could see maybe. I don't know if I would. Can will I say that? Maybe a sub. I don't know. Um, I mean, we know that Bogdan can slime people out. He slimed out Lucas Alexander. I can't remember. Was that the France card? I feel like that was yeah, I feel like that was in France. Um, I mean, he can slime people out, and this is definitely a guy that you can slime out. But I'm gonna just play it safe, and I'm gonna go by decision. I just think that Denis Bajuka is more of a glass man than Bogdan is, and I trust in Bogdan when he's not fighting guys that slam him out. So up the card we go. Borislav Nikolic versus Mark Vologden, boss baby, Mark Vologden. Um, this is tough, man. This is tough. I really want to go with Mark Vologden. I really do because Nikolic is coming on. This is like his debut, I believe. Um, coming from I think it's like Brave FC or something like that. Um, and I think it's tough because Mark Vologden did have arguably probably the greatest contender series fight ever. Um, yeah, it was an amazing fight. Oh, that fight was so good. Against Martinetti. And that guy, he fought he fought Davy Grant, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Um, and then Mark Vologden just got a draw against John Castaneda in the was that the Burns Mallet card too? I feel like that was. But I'm kind of worried, man. I'm kind of worried that the Plotty Plodster is not going to be able to plot his way through this one. Um, and I initially picked Borislav Nikolic to win this one by decision, and I think I might stick with that, man. Um, I like what I've seen from Nikolic. Um, and as much as I love Mark Vologdin, excuse me, um, I am worried for him, man. I just think that, I mean, unless he can bomb him out, because he hasn't been bombed out. That's the problem. It's like, but he also hasn't been fighting this high level competition. Excuse me. So I am worried for him, but I'm gonna go with Nikolic to win this one by decision, man. I just think Vologdin, he can bite down on the mouthpiece when needed, but sometimes it just doesn't feel like he does enough. Like again, the fight he just had in the Burns Mallet card. I just said that guy's name and I can't remember it anymore. But you know, he there were opportunities to do more, is what I'm saying. And unless he can capitalize on those, I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's move up the card to something I can talk about for days. Michael Oliveira versus Oban Elliott. Oban Elliott. I like Oban Elliott, man. I really do, man. Oban, I love you, bro. You did just get subbed by Jonathan McAuliffe. That was an awesome fight. Suk Young Ko absolutely dominated you. But Michael Oliveira, bro, this guy's a killer. It's like the I almost said Theo Von, the King Von clips. He would go and kill you himself. Michael Oliveira, I'm picking him to bomb Oban Elliott out cold, man. I mean, the Contender Series fight against Valenzuela, Victor Valenzuela, I think the kid's name was, where he just got bombed out cold. I'm picking Michael Oliveira to bomb Oban Elliott out cold. I think I don't think Oban's gonna have to worry about um, the takedown and the wrestling here, but I think once he kind of dude, he has such a funny looking face. He has Steve Urseg's face kind of taken, shrunk, and put on a big guy. I don't know. You can't see this because the ESPN thing is so small and this is so blurry. But he has Steve Urseg's face. Um, well, I'll talk about Steve Urseg after we go through this card. But I just think that if Seokyeon Ko is landing jabs on you and landing on you, if Michael Oliveira lands on you, bro, I'm sorry, bro. You're going out, bro. You're going out. And I just can't pick Oban Elliott in this one. And I can't. I can't. I can't, man. I can't. I do. I'm interested to see how this looks, man. UFC debut off of the Contender Series, Michael Oliveira. I'm excited to see this, but I, yeah, man. I'm afraid. I'm afraid for the first time in my life. I'm afraid. Let's move up the card. Ludovic Klein versus Tofik Musayev. Man, fuck this guy, Tofik Musayev, man. Fuck this guy. He's a dirty cheater. His last fight against Ignacio Bahamondes, just blatant cheating. Horrible, horrible. I want to see this guy get absolutely the shit kicked out of him. And I think I am gonna. I think he is going to get the shit kicked out. I'm picking Ludwig Klein to win this one. I'm picking Ludwig Klein to win this one by decision. Um, we saw against Rebecki. We saw against um, what was that? Moises, Thiago Moises. And what was that guy's name? Is that guy even in the UFC anymore? I don't even remember. It was on the Moicano Saint Denis card where he absolutely beat the brakes off that. I think it was a Frenchman. Was it not a Frenchman? Or was it maybe it was a American guy. I can't remember. Listen, losing to Mateus Gamrot by decision is not that bad, man. It's not that bad. So, and that was like the short notice main event, which it was supposed to be Aaron Blanchfield versus Macy Barber, and somebody's boob popped. Um, but yeah, man, I'm picking Ludovic Klein, man. I trust in him more. Excuse me. I trust in him way more, and I trust more in his abilities way more. I think his bag of tricks is way deeper. He's got submissions on his record. He's got KOs on his record. Um, and he's more proven than a Tafik Musayev, who in his not in his UFC debut, but his second fight in the UFC, he just cheats, you know. Not cheats, but he fought super dirty. He did kind of cheat. Um, and it didn't look good. It didn't look good. So I'm picking a Ludovic Klein to win this one. I hope that makes sense. Ugh, I hope that makes sense. But I'm picking Ludovic Klein. His bag is deeper. Next fight, Milos Jankic versus Noah Gugon. Gongnong. 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 Um, I am picking. Hmm. I think I'm gonna go with Milos on this one, man. I think I'm going with Milos. He's from Montenegro. Noah's from France. I don't like France, but also Milos is on a how many fights in a row is it? 5 fight KO streak. And before that it was a 3 fight submission streak. It's like, all right, yeah, this dude only has wins that are finishes. All of his wins are finishes. So I'm gonna pick the guy that has primarily finishes. Yes, I know Noah also has only finishes. Um, but he's also been knocked out and he's lost a decision. Um, and I know that Milos has also been knocked out. He's lost decisions. But I think Milos, dude, whoa, Noah is super young. Gongnong, Gongnong. I'm gonna say it like a Korean person. No, Gongnong. He is really young. I didn't know he was 25. Um, I think I don't know, man. I just I've liked my Instagram feed has just shown me more Milos is what I really want to say here is Milos. The Milos Jankic clips have made their way to my Instagram feed, and not many Noah Gongnong have come to my feed. Um, excuse me. Um, yeah, man. I just I'm more impressed with the Milos wins. I don't care who wins this one. I think this will be a good fight. Um, but I'm gonna pick I'm gonna pick Milos. Both guys debutants, and this next one as well. Velasco Kepo, Velasco Chepo, Kepo, versus Gilbert Ubrina. I know that Chepo is like a huge favorite here because this dude does look like a John Wick, like extra. But this dude also like isn't very good. I've been watching these clips and they were like, bro, this dude's crazy. Just wait for this guy. He's coming into the UFC. He's crazy, bro. And everything that I've seen, I'm like, this guy is running and swinging his arms, just hooks, 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 hooks. Um, yes, I know. Ubrina got slimed out by Uros Medic. All right, bro. Happens. Charles Radke slimed you out. Hey, that's all right, bro. Both on Delidze cards, by the way. Interesting. Um, yes, you slimed out some dude that I've never heard of in my entire life, and I think was cut from the UFC after that. Brian Battle sub you. Trayshawn Gore slimed you out, which is why I have to pick Chepo to win this one. But I really don't think he's that good, and I don't want him to win. I don't want him to win, because again, everybody, bro, dude, this guy, he's a problem. He's a problem, and he fights so sloppy and slow, and it just looks terrible. Um, but bro, he looks dope. He looks dope. So unless he really impresses us out there and slimes out Gilbert Abrina really badly, which again, Gilbert is 7-5. Sorry, bro. Like unless unless you go out there and slime him out. And I think I said Gilbert Arenas was a debutant. He's not. Um, dude, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm picking Chepo to win this one by KO TKO, probably in the first or second round. But again, I think he. I think he's gonna probably get slimed out. He's not very good. He's not very good. Is what I'm saying. Just watch how this guy fights. He he's he just kind of does like the mate that would never hurt a pigeon, like running, just punching straight forward like a Bop'em Sop'em robot. So just watch how this guy fights. That's all I have to say. Up the card, Dusko Todorovic versus Robert Valentin. I'm picking Valentin to win this one, hundo%. Um, I know that. I mean, again, let's just think about this. Todorovic lost to Zachary Reese. Um, and that's not good. That's not good. Yes, he subbed Jose Medina, but that guy's the worst UFC fighter like of all time. So he made easy work of that guy. And Robert Valentin just has more. He has more. Um, and I'm gonna pick him to win by submission in the second round. Listen, Torres Finney kind of ragdolled him a little bit. I think Ryan Loder absolutely KO'd Robert Valentin, and Atiba Gatti got him. All right, man. That's fine, man. You subbed Julian LeBlanc. That was great. Um, and I think again, man, I think Robert Valentin's bag is deeper. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but I think that he's on like a crazy arc right now. After his last win, he said that his mom had passed away. I think that he's locked in now. I think he's absolutely locked in. He looks like Balder from God of War 2018, and I think he's gonna fight like that, man. I really do. Again, I just think his bag is way deeper, and he can win the fight on the ground, and he can win the fight standing up. So I'm gonna pick him to win by submission, though. I feel like there'll be either like a ground and pound opportunity where he'll have uh, Todorovic back, and he'll be landing some ground and pound, or I guess that wouldn't be ground and pound, but some shots from the back that'll open up an opportunity for a rear naked choke or some sort of arm, maybe an arm try. Something's gonna. Yeah, I can see a submission. That's all I'm gonna say. I can see a submission happening. So I'm picking Robert Valentin to win this fight. Let's move up the card. Alexander Rakic versus Marcin Tybura. Marcin Tybura, mate. He's actually a good guy. Um, can I just say that I'm worried for Rakic? I'm worried for Rakic. But I'm picking him to win by decision. Moving up to heavyweight does have me worried. I'm interested to see how he looks at heavyweight. Because if Mirzakhanov is knocking you out with a jab, mate, I'm worried for you, mate. I'm really worried. Yes, I know he kind of fought like a murderer's row on 185, or I'm sorry, 205. But listen, Blachowicz slimed him out. Yuri slimed him out. Ankalaev took him to decision. The guy sucks. Mirzakhanov slimed him out. I'm worried for him, but Marcin Tybura is a blobby blob. Like he's gonna lose to all the guys who are good. He's gonna beat. Um, I mean, I guess it was a doctor stoppage against Janata Deniz. He's gonna unanimous decision to Mick Parkin, which, by the way, that fight is that wasn't a great fight. He's gonna sub a Tai Tuivasa, but a Tom Aspinall, a Sergey Spivak, an Ante Delija, a Tyrell Fortune, an Alexander Volkov, like these guys are gonna beat him. If you're not a blob and you don't suck, like dude, also this guy's been in the UFC forever, man. Derek Lewis slammed him out. He's been in the UFC forever. I mean, this dude fought Fabricio Verdum. It's like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? I guess he also beat Sergey Spivak. I didn't know this guy's been around for. How did I not realize this guy's been around forever, bro? A Benavidez Figueiredo fight night. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Um. Yeah, man. I'm picking. I'm picking Alexander Rakic to win this one by decision. I think the low kicks are going to be there, and it's going to be a problem. And I think I can see him getting on top, like a sprawling a takedown, and then getting on top and landing ground and pound that could maybe lead to a TKO. But I know that the UFC is going to show that head kick KO that he got. How long ago was that head kick KO over? What was the bloke's name? Like the Jimmy Mwama fight. I think that was the one. Um, that was in 2019. Jesus, bro. He hasn't won a fight since 2021. Jeez, bro. This is make or break for Rakic. That's all I gotta say. This is make or break for him. But I'm picking him to win by decision. Let's move up. Co-main event. Jan Blachowicz. Big bullish power. Big bullish power. Big bullish power. Dude, stay centered. Big bullish power. Um, versus short notice. Navajo Sterling. Listen, a lot of people are counting Jan Blachowicz out on this one. Yes, I know he's 43. Watch every single one of this dude's fights. He does not fight like he's 43. Am I crazy? He does not fight like he's 43. Um, listen, the guys that Jan Blachowicz is fighting in the last couple years. All right, he beat Bogdan Guzgov. It was a draw, but he won the first and third round. He had a, he had a good fight against Carlos Ulberg that went to decision. Very, very close fight with Alex Pereira. Very, very close fight with Ankalaev, and he slammed out Rakic. Um, it's like, and he beat Adesanya. He was the first guy in the UFC to beat Adesanya. That was prime Adesanya. Um, listen, man, it's like, how are we counting him out? I'm not gonna count out Jan Blachowicz, man. And Navajo Sterling is good. Don't get me wrong, he's very good. And his last two wins, I mean, the Kutalaba kind of gave up, and the Bruno Lopez, that dude's been chinned by like everybody, or not really, but he's been chinned by a lot of people. Um, but this is Navajo Sterling who went to decision like a close decision with Tuco Tacos, man. Not close decision, but he went to like a he had a hard fight with Tuco Tacos, bro. You know, with an Ivan Erslan, with a what was the guy's name? I mean, Tuco Tacos. That's the one that I really want to talk about. But I'm picking Jan Blachowicz by decision. I think that this is gonna be a plotty decision. I think this is either gonna be a really like close chess match that maybe Navajo Sterling wins by a split decision, where everybody's like, really, like I thought Jan Blachowicz won that, or this is just gonna be a kind of Jan Blachowicz domination. I am worried that this could be a Navajo Sterling domination, though. I am very, very worried this could be a Navajo Sterling domination. And I don't want it to be, because I really, really want to see Jan Blachowicz win and get a good fight booked. And this is a good fight. And big ups to Navajo Sterling for taking this fight on short notice. Um, big ups on him. I like this for his career. Win or lose, I think this adds a lot to his career. And I think will do only good, even if he loses. Like if he gets slimed out by Jan Blachowicz, even then, that does wonders for his career. Like it's like, bro, you stepped on short notice and fought Jan Blachowicz. Wow. So I'm gonna pick Jan Blachowicz. Again, bro, I love this guy. Main event of the evening: Daniel Rodriguez versus Uros Medic. I'm picking Uros Medic, bro. Uros Medic is on like a crazy revival tour right now. Um, excuse me. Um, Daniel Rodriguez has been just straight boofing in a Tijuana prison for like the last 9 months. Um, listen, man, if you're getting knocked out by Ian Machado Ferry, bro, Uros Medic is slamming you out in two. And I think Uros is going to slam out. I have a crazy story about Uros. I can't share because I probably will get in legal trouble. But I found out some personal information about Uros Medic through a family member of mine. So I would, if anybody's interested, I'll tell that story off air. But yeah, man, I'm picking Uros Medic to win, man. This dude's having like a crazy revival tour. Slimed out Gilbert Arenas, slimed out Muslim Salikov, slimed out Jeff Neal. Literally, slime was on the canvas coming out of his nose. Um, I mean, he got submitted by Oral by. All right, that's fine. Submitted by Jalen Turner. Okay. You know, Soriano slimed him out. It's like, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm picking Uros Medic to win this one by KO TKO. I'm sorry. I like Daniel Rodriguez, man. I like, but this is the main event. It should have been Leon Edwards. Where is Leon Edwards? Um, I'm picking Uros Medic. I think that I can see a Daniel Rodriguez blitzing in, and right in like when he wants to get in that crazy brawl, Uros Medic just firing an uppercut up the middle that just boom puts him out. I'm going with Uros Medic by KO in the first or second round. I have to. I have to. I don't really want to break anything else down because that's as much as I want to talk about. I don't know what else to say, but this is really um I just think that Uros Medic is on a crazy run right now. And I want to see him fight a Leon Edwards, and I want to see him fight. Who else is there? I mean, I could see him knocking out like a. I mean, you can give him Bilal even. I don't know, man. This is. I like seeing this, man. I like seeing an Uros Medic here. Um, and I'm picking him to win by KO TKO. So for the whole event, I've got Uros, I've got Jan Blachowicz, I've got Rakic, I've got Robert Valentin, I've got Kepo, I've got Janic, I've got Ludovic Klein, I've got Michael Oliveira. I'm picking Nikolic. Yeah. I'm picking Bogdan Grad. I'm picking Mateusz Rebecki. I'm picking Nina Milicevic. I'm picking Jovaleka, and I'm picking Stephanie Luciano. Um, and now I'm gonna go over the card from last week very quickly. Very quickly, last week we had the Ankalaev Guzgov card. I thought this card was alright. Magomed Ankalaev versus Bogdan Guzgov. This fight was horrible. Guzgov wasn't really throwing. Landed a good head kick and a good right hand, I believe. But both of these guys just weren't throwing, and Guzgov was just waiting for the perfect counter. But Ankalaev fights like the gnome that he is, so there was no counter coming. This fight was awful. I had a terrible time watching this fight, but more of a terrible time was watching this roid monster cheater, Fluke Steve Erceg. I don't know why Steve Erceg took this fight at all. He should have been fighting up in the rankings after that last win over Tim Elliott, but no, we're gonna give the roid head this fight. Give Manel Kape Temirov, and you will have my soul. Two roid heads. Yeah, this fight pissed me off. I don't like seeing roid head cheaters win. John Pork Masterclass. I'm really excited to see where this guy goes. Give this guy anybody fun. Damian Rose actually did have the right idea to try and kind of clinch and grapple, but every time they would clinch, John Pork would counter with a really nice elbow, and the front kick up the middle was perfect. Yeah, man, John Pork looked good. He does have pillow hands, um, and I am interested to see how far John Pork's gonna go. Rizvan Kuniev actually fought really well. This was a really good fight. Um, Tyrell Fortune just kind of got his ass kicked, um, and it was really fun to watch. I did not enjoy watching this fight. This fight was dog shit. Bro, dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Abu Bakar, bro. These guys are absolute crazy grapplers, bro. I don't care. Prelims, Fulter Walker. Yes, got a round one submission. This was good fun. I calls out Herb Dean. I like that a lot. Dustin Jacoby, bro. No. Muhammad Saidov slimed this dude out, and it was a perfect 1-2 head kick. Really impressive win. Really impressed by this win. I'm sorry, Dustin Jacoby. Sam Patterson absolutely slimed out Ponzinibbio. Looked really good. I'm excited to see where this guy goes. And get rid of MVP, please. I never want to see this dude fight again. Ishmael Bonfim sucks. He's going to be covering the UFC. Bro, where is your sword? I don't need it. He went for a takedown and then was getting his ass kicked with elbows and refused to break the takedown and just stuck with it. And then got like flattened out and submitted immediately. So yeah, he sucks. Um, yeah, this was fine. Yeah, Mike Davis calling Nuro Aliev gay. That was really funny. That he fights gay. It's like, all right, man, just learn to counter the grappling then. Learn to counter the grappling, please. Don't complain that it's gay if you're not gonna um, learn how to anti-grapple. It was gay though. It was very gay, and this fight was fine. It was good. Round three submission. That was very good. Overall, didn't really care about this card. Hope this video has made up a little bit for my absence. I know one person made it to the end here, so that's okay. But I'm gonna recap tomorrow's event. Um, I'll recap this event when it's over tomorrow, and then we've got some other fun stuff to look forward to. I've got a really good video I'm cooking up, so see ya. Bye.